I saw something on the Reddit for The Evil Within recently that intrigued me quite a lot. It was a post asserting that it was a leak for The Evil Within 2, possible DLC that might be coming out, as well as The Evil Within 3. However, I do want to say a few things about this. I've covered leaks in the past on this channel, like the NeoGAF links with Dusk Golem, on Resident Evil 7 that came out to be like 95% true, but this one is unfounded. You see, with the other leakers, they had substance behind them, a background, a portfolio of previous leaks, if you would, that allowed you to see that there was some authenticity to them. However, this one is completely unfounded. There's no sources behind it. I just personally am covering this because I absolutely loved The Evil Within 2, and I want to honestly and sincerely discuss this. So that's going to be the topic of the video, a possible Evil Within 2 and Evil Within 3 leak if you want to see it that way. We'll cover it all, but remember to take this with a huge grain of salt. And I mean, you might want to go look somewhere where there's lots and lots of salt so you can get the largest grains, because you're going to need some for this video. That's all I'm saying, guys. Don't be taking this as a fact. Now, to quote this exactly, I created this account just for this. You don't have to believe me, and I have no way to prove any of this, but here it is. Despite selling less than the first game, Bethesda and Tango don't want to abandon this franchise, at least until there's a complete trilogy. I actually covered this point in a previous video about how The Evil Within 2 didn't actually sell as much as many of us would have appreciated that it did. This put the chances of a DLC or sequels at quite a low possibility. I provided a lot of graphs and all the other relevant things in the video if you want to go check it out to make a good point. However, this seems contrast, and it seems like Bethesda and Tango might want to actually go full ahead regardless of the financial security of the franchise. Apparently there's going to be 3 DLC episodes and a season pass as well, which we can look forward to being revealed in January 2018. So there's not much longer. We've got a whole month before we can reveal whether this claim was true or not, guys, but this one is quite a bold one indeed. He also claims that the DLCs will be longer than the first game and much higher quality, and I appreciated the DLCs in the first game, and I'm sure many of you do, so if this is true, that would be amazing. He says the first DLC will be focused on Esmeralda Torres, and if you remember, she's the character that helped Sebastian during the events of The Evil Within 2. It will show her kidnapping Lily before the first game and the road towards her redemption in the second. It will be more action focused, and the name of it will be called The Plan, with a release date of March the 9th, 2018. Again, we already talked about the possibilities of DLC, and a Torres DLC was one of the things that I said I'd really appreciate to see, so this is kind of interesting, though of course anybody with a good lore and knowledge of the game could make this post up. Again, that grain of salt is important. The second is focused on Julian Sykes and will show him exploring a sub-level of STEM after his side mission. Anima and some new beings will be present. Tango wants this to be the scariest part of the game yet. Stealth will be the highest priority. It's called The Lost, and it will be released in May. Now, if this one does turn out to be true, guys, if you remember, Julian Sykes had a plan to either escape STEM, but due to previous experiments, there was a sub-level beneath STEM, beneath the Marrow, and that nobody could return from there. So looking at that new STEM environment and seeing what Julian Sykes can pull off if that is true would be quite cool and a good send-off for the character, as well as answering one of the questions that they set up. The third is going to be the biggest one, apparently leading up to The Evil Within 3 itself, featuring Joseph Oda. The main portion of the DLC will take place during the Evil Within 2 main game, but some of it will link to the computer screen seen at the end of the game as well, and the plans are to release it in July. Plans for the third game are apparently already being made. The current idea is to have it set a few years after the second, with Joseph, Kidman, Lily, and Ruvik being integrated into the plot. They want to have some of the gameplay featuring you as Lily, exploring the mechanics of controlling the STEM environment itself. If this does turn out to be true, I'd be a little bit confused why Lily's involved but Sebastian isn't. However, the only assumption I could come to that's reasonable is that Sebastian is now the damsel in distress, and it's his daughter and everyone working to save him instead, which would be kind of a beautiful full circle for the final game. If you want to check out the source, and I'll leave that in the description, you can, although like I said at the beginning of the video, there's nothing to go on for. This is a brand new account, and so the veracity of it is in question hugely. I personally would love for all of this to come true, as not only is it amazing gameplay and writing, and would be going a really long way, especially considering the financial situation, to give us as the fans a full story and closure. Also, a lot of the predictions and theories I made line up with this, so it would work really well. However, on that note, just make sure to remember, all of my theories and predictions are based on lore knowledge, analysis, and evidence, and anyone with that level of knowledge could come up and make a fake leak like this quite easily that seems to almost be coming from a developer. Let me know what you guys think about this below, and whether you think The Evil Within 2 will continue to get further support, a season pass, and other things. I'm really looking forward to seeing any news that comes from Bethesda, and they have been questionably silent since The Evil Within 2's release. Although, as I have covered before, they were also silent on The Evil Within 1, then released 2 DLCs and a sequel, so we'll just have to wait to see. Remember, we've got January, and that's the announcement date for the season pass apparently, so come February, if nothing has come to be, we can put this leak behind us. However, if we do see a January season pass, we have just spoiled the shit out of ourselves. Good job. I hope you're having a beautiful day. As always, for now guys, take it easy and peace.